Hello, I'm Pixel Incognito, and this is the first development video blog for Dustbowl. Dustbowl is a post-apocalyptic adventure roleplay game, heavily influenced by the Stalker game series and Metro 2033, which is a great book as well, and films like Mad Max and a lot of the Australian Grindhouse. And you're a survivor living underground, and the outside world is a toxic cesspit or a wasteland where there's lots of mutants and and various nasty creatures. And you'll be getting side quests and missions that involve you leaving the safety of your home and exploring the wastes. And it's being developed in AGS, so there's a very powerful point-and-click system underneath, which is where really the adventuring and the puzzles and everything kind of ties into that. So this is the player creation screen. Now, I must stress that this is a very pre-alpha state at the moment. So what you will see in this video is missing character animations and missing sound effects and typos and everything. It's still in a lot of development, but I just want to show off some of the features. So let's create a character. We're going to call him Briar. So there's some starting gear. I'm just going to go with the survivor. He starts with anti-poison, an energy drink, and a bag of rice. These items will probably change, and so I'm going to select that. Now there's going to be eventually, I should imagine, there's going to be a permadeath option that we can play the game through with like a hardcore mode. So you'll start with no items and with permadeath rules. So if you die, you lose your save and you have to start again, and that's for people that really like their hard games. So the next few screens are going to be our intro screens. I'm not going to go into a great deal of story in this video, so we're going to skip all of that. So I'm just going to next all of this, and they're not animated, which is something we need to do, and I'm going to skip this, and I'm going to skip that, because that's the tail end of the intro. And so this is Dustbowl. Now I'm using a sort of a Commodore 64 kind of colour palette, and I absolutely love the colours of the Commodore 64. And so again, we're using AGS, so we have this really powerful point-and-click kind of system. We can move our character around, and we can look for objects. And again, this window needs to be reworked, but you get the idea. We can click on objects and see what they're all about. And now this is our inventory. We're on our pack screen, so and the pack should probably be white, but you can see that we have every item has a weight. So that's, and an energy drink is 0.4 kilograms, and we've got a bag of rice. And if we go into the status screen, this should probably be on the pack screen. But you can see that our current load is 1.5, and our max capacity is 50. So we have a can of gasoline. Perhaps we can sell that. So you can see that our load has gone up, and in our pack we have our can of gasoline. So if you want to consume items, you can just drop them in the mouth, and that'll consume whatever we're using. And if you want to free up some space, there's a trash can that you can drop items on. If we go to status, you can see that we have these two icons is hunger and thirst, and they're slowly ticking down. So you'll have to keep yourself topped up with food and water and various other things. And we have our health. We also have a day and night cycle. I think it's 30 minutes for a day. That's probably going to change. It's all about how it feels in the game tests. And various creatures that you may encounter in the waste. Some will be nocturnal, so their chance of seeing them at night will be greater. So let's just kind of leave this room, and we'll just have a look at the hub. So at the moment, this is our base, and it's not so populated at the moment. We need more sprites, more characters. So this is the communal area. There's going to be a vendor, and we have various people that we will eventually be able to talk to. We can just keep wandering through here. Leave the hub. So this will be our exit. So you click on this, and you'll be presented with a a large map screen, which is actually is designed and is in the game, and you'll be able to click around and move your little avatar around, and random encounters will happen, just like in Fallout, I guess. So some will be positive, some will be negative, some will be fights, and there'll be various special locations where there'll be quests that you can go to, and I think the first quest is set in a subway that you have to go and explore, and we'll be looking at that later in future videos. So let's just have a wander around the hub a little bit more. So we have our little elevator, we can just click on that, off he goes. Let's go to level 4. So again, the hub is quite bare at the moment, we're still developing it. So let's just go back to level 1. So let's have a look at combat, because combat is the real interesting thing. I should probably select a gun though. So I'm just gonna, this is the firing range, there's a guy called Rains who talks about, will talk about combat. So I'm just going to select this pistol. So there we have our makeshift pneumatic pistol. So I'm just going to drop this in our inventory slot. So if we go into our status, you can see that we have our pistol, and eventually it will display its minimum and maximum damage, its critical damage, and what ammo type it takes. So let's just go straight into combat. Let's go and have a look in combat. So here we are. This is our combat test room. Now we have our miss fields. We have this purple field is basically, it randomly chooses between our minimum and maximum weapon damage, and the pink field is our critical hit damage, which is like a huge bonus. We can change our location, and that changes the our critical hit field, so it's harder to hit depending on what you're shooting at. There's going to be a run option, so for random encounters, if there's a creature that's really tough, you can try and escape. And there'll be a use for, you know, throwing hand grenades and flashbangs and various things that will give you an upper hand. So let's just get combat going, and I'll try not to die. And the best way to do that is to shoot at the body, because I'm not very good at this. So here we go. Oh, that's a critical. So that's 19. So the critical damage for a pneumatic pistol is 19. Oh, he's hit me by 12. So if I click this and just let it cycle, it will do an automatic miss. So you only have so many chances. So there's 2 chances there. So it's too late, and I missed. So he's going to do 8 damage. 15. That was not bad for a purple area. Let's just try and finish this guy off. Oh, he missed. Yay. I've got 80 health, that's alright. That's another critical. Let's try and do a headshot. So, there we go. Really small critical chance. With a headshot, if I stop it in the very dark line, it's like an instant kill, which is quite cool. It's very satisfying. So, oh no, I'm just not very good at this though. Oh, 15 damage. Oh, so at the moment there is stuff in ready for the death sequences, but it just hasn't been put into the game yet. So then we have our loot window, and some creatures will can carry up to 3 items of loot, and you can take all. Or we'll just close this, and that's it. That's combat in a nutshell. So this is the first development video for Dustbowl. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's going to be there's going to be many more to come, showing some more features, and we'll see some real nice progress, because we do a bit every day. So until then, see you later. Goodbye.